And welcome back, everybody, to what is quite possibly the final episode of Eye of the Beholder 2, The Legend of Darkmoon. When I looked up in the clue book what was behind all those mind flayers, I found two things. A, the primary reason I couldn't get by them and into the room at all was because I kept resting on this room. Apparently, whenever you rest in that room, like in that floor at all, it causes all of the mind flayers to respawn. B, what's beyond them is a crystal ball that the party cannot take as treasure. It apparently, according to the clue book, they don't tell you much about it, it shows you images of the party's past and or future. That's what it does. You can't take it as treasure, and I don't know how you would ever get to it. According to the clue book, the very center of the room is what spawns all of those mind flayers. If you step in the very center, it causes the door behind you to close, and all of the mind flayers will all spawn at each of the doors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back down. I think our haste is gone. Okay, so never mind. I'm going to go back up because I don't want to rest on this floor. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to rest to get my spells back. And get us all fully recovered. I'm going to try to go for it, but I'm only going to try to go for it one more time. If this doesn't work at all, I'm not going to bother anymore. This is either going to work or we're not going to get there. And if you want to see what the crystal ball does, you'll have to look at someone else's LP who's better at this game than me. Because or they know the trick. Because I don't know the trick. If there's a trick, I don't know it. And I don't know how to get through this. So, this isn't it. What I understand is that there are mind flayers in here. Looks like possibly only one right now. Hello? Mr. Mind Flayer? Okay, he paralyzed the cleric. Not a good start. We're down to one fighter. Okay. He's done. Now, there's another one. It's fine. Sort of expected. There he is. Okay. Just keep moving them around. We've got one of these things on us. It's okay, we still have the magic user, so we can actually deal with them pretty thoroughly. We've got another couple. I think I'm like completely surrounded. I will lightning bolt you. Okay. He's done. Again, like I said, we're pretty okay with that happening. We were just hit with another Psychic Mind Blast. But it didn't disable the team. Okay. Took care of him. Now, supposedly, if I go around the center, they won't spawn 100 million of them. It doesn't really seem to be true, does it? It seems like 100 million of them have spawned. And we're dead. I don't know. I mean, I admit that could have gone better, but it seems like 100 million of them spawn every single time that you try to do this. Like, no matter what you do, you go down here to try and go in there, and there's gonna be 1 million of them. I know I said I'd only try it one more time. Like, it seems like you just... Okay, there we go. Visions of the future? Visions of the past? You cannot be sure. That's it. That's what we came for. That's it. That's all you get. That's what's there. There you go. We've seen it. We've seen it. We know it. We got it. We're done. We're done. We're done. That's all that mattered. I'm going to rest the team up now. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know how to actually get in there and kill those things without just running in there, using that real fast and being like, oh, wow, that's interesting, and then running the heck away. I just have no clue. None at all. One thing I do want to do here is I want to come in here and make sure that everybody who has a thing that I care about, like at this point, I'm actually thinking it's time to put the Ranger back in the front lines, with the Talon and the +3 shield. Reason being is that I'm pretty sure that I'm like at the end of the game, and so anything she has that I don't want to lose, I need to, for the next game at least, I need to transfer to other characters. Same with him. Anything he has that I don't want to lose, I think he needs to go to other characters. And at this point, he only has this Cloak of Moonshade, and I don't know what it does, but it could be handy for someone else somewhere down the line. I don't really know. So we'll give him the +2 robe instead. He's got a Scroll of Fireball ready. That'll be good enough. Someone needs to have this ready. I will give it to Coandra, actually. Actually, we might get to keep the Starfire. I don't know if we will or not. But I do know that I need it prepared. I need it prepared, but I don't really want it. Alex, you can carry it. You can make the Starfire happen. It's actually a +1 sling. I've been holding on to that because we definitely don't need a parchment. We don't need a parchment at all. I've been holding on to the sling just kind of because, in a lot of ways. Let's get these raised deads over here and ready to go. The Dispel Magic might be useful, but okay. I think I'm headed towards the final boss is why I'm making these decisions here. I honestly don't think there's a lot more to go. I think there's a little bit more maze, and then I think we're to him. I actually honestly don't know, and you might think like, oh, he knows. Oh, here he is. It seems you've snuck up on mighty Dran Drago. He is in the middle of performing an incantation. Without turning, he says, I've been expecting you. What took you so long? You run into a few obstacles. No matter. But before I kill you, know that it was I who had the drow build the original Dark Moon long ago. But the fools destroyed themselves, and I was greatly injured in the cataclysm. It took a long time for me to recover. During the construction of the Dark Moon, I met Xanathar, the Great Beholder. The fool. He thought we would rule Waterdeep together, but now he is gone. I used him well. My skeletal warriors, of which you have met but one legion. We are now ready. Oh, wow. Let me start that over. My skeletal warriors, of which you have met but one legion, are now ready. On this eve, my army and I will ride forth and destroy Kelvin. Waterdeep will be mine. You have upset my plans for the last time. Now die. Oh god. Put up the Mystic Defense. It helps against his fire. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Coda Cold. That looks like a hold spell. That's bad. We don't want that to hit. Okay, we dodged that. His magic resistance seems to have kept him... Okay, we're going to dance back and forth. We're good at that. We're good at the dancing. Oh, he doesn't like dancing. Dancing is bad. Okay, how about a Coda Cold? He seems to have made magic resistance. He tried to touch us. I think that's a very bad thing to let him succeed at that. I think that's a bad... I don't think you want him to succeed at that. Okay, there's a fireball. Okay, we need the Mystic Defense up. Oh, I think we're pinned. I think we're pinned. This is bad. Alex is held. We are pinned. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is bad. This is very bad. Alicia is dead. Okay, great. We're missing. With your last blow, Dran collapses to the floor. Then, with a wicked grin, he starts to rise. Your pain will be legendary. Your agony exquisite. Oh, he turned into a dragon. And we all died. He turned into a dragon, and we all died. Everybody died. Whole team. Okay. No, that's fine. Oh, I hadn't set everything up. I needed to save after I set everything up. Ah, man. Alright. Swap them around. Okay, so if ever there was a time to down the, Oh, don't give you... You don't get that. Let's be real. You do not get that. You can have Sting. How about that? That make you feel good? So I think one of our big problems that I had there was that, I got pinned, for one. Getting pinned was a very big deal. Very, very bad. Don't do that. It's not a good. I had sort of hoped, oh, our spells are wearing off. Great. So I should rest. That's fine. I'll rest, and then I'll save. I backed off because I figured that all of his that he had like undead from his conversation. I don't know if that's actually true. So I don't know. I know that this boss fight is hard, and a real boss fight, unlike Eye of the Beholder 1. Although Eye of the Beholder 1's final boss can actually be a boss fight, you just have to sort of let it be a boss fight instead of it not at all being a boss in any way, shape, or form. I want to get that one ready in case I need to Wall of Force, because that would let us hopefully get away, in case that becomes necessary. Okay, so let's get the Mystic Defense already going, and then we'll go in here and have ourselves a nice little conversation with evil itself. Okay. Ow. Ow. Oh my god! He always holds my cleric. Like, how is he so bad at saving versus hold? How? He's so bad at saving versus hold. It's just, like, pathetic. Okay, he's turning into a dragon now. Unfortunately, Alex got held. And so... we're dead, basically. This is the spoiler alert there. We're dead. I seriously need you to not get held. Like, whatever that takes, whatever it comes down to, I need you to not get held. Seriously, though. Buddy. Don't. I can do this. I just need him to not get held. I get to the dragon without too much problem. Okay, he did the fireball. So I think that touch that he's doing is a paralysis touch. That was a whole person, for sure. Okay, this is gonna probably kill Sun Ra. If I'm right there, I'm gonna get pinned. Oh, it killed Alicia too. Not good. No effect? That means I have to load the game, because it means that I can't transfer her character because she'll be dead. At least I think that's what that would mean. And I'm unhappy about that being what that might mean. No effect. Bullcrap. Total bullcrap. Okay, so I guess it's like super imperative. I'm gonna put them in the back. Maybe that'll help. I don't think it will, but I'm gonna hope it will. Also gonna just make them invisible? I don't know. I don't think that will help either, but I don't really honestly care if Sun Ra dies, like, at all. If he dies, it is seriously whatever. But I do not want anybody else in my team to die. You know? Like, that's kind of an important part for me, is that the other people in my team stay alive. I probably should have him memorize Array's dead, but I don't think that it's going to matter from what I can tell. Alright, let's do this. Round 4 or whatever. He's a pretty tough final boss, it's gotta be said. Okay. I'm held, okay. That is still a fixable problem. Okay. Stop it. Okay. He's dragging in, but I've got the protection up still. Ow. Protection just went down. Wow! Okay. Put that there. Put that, like, there. Who cares about that? He's behind me. I got sort of lost. I got sort of lost. That's what happened. I got lost. Wow. This is really, really hard. Holy moly. Ow. That probably dispelled my doom. I feel like taking much of any damage at all on the first round is like enough to basically end you. In a lot of regards. I keep really kind of expecting him to turn... Are you kidding me? All these misses. So many misses. Alright, he's all dragoned up. I literally had just cast it, and it went down. It went down. It already went down. Are you kidding me? How long does it last? 2 seconds? Over half the party dies. Wow! 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 This is extremely difficult. Okay, I wonder if magic works on the dragon phase. Maybe he's only like immune to magic during his first phase, and then you can like unload with your magic users. I wonder if that's the case. Are you serious? Sometimes I swear this game moves so fast, and then sometimes it moves like at a snail's pace. I swear to you, like, it is not consistent at how fast it moves. Like, that fireball should have been long over, but yet it wasn't, and we got nailed by it. Okay, so he's dragging it up. There's our Mystic Defense again. There goes Sanral. No. Magic does not work. Kidding me? And I mean, like, seriously? Magic doesn't work. It just doesn't. It does nothing. Nothing at all. It does nothing. Oh my god. What am I supposed to do, you know? Like... I mean, is that the case? Am I doing something wrong? Should I not be fighting him? In a mano-a-mano manner? Is there a trick on the floor? And you have to, like, run by him? Like, is there some trick to using the Talon Sword that I'm not doing correctly? Like, because if there is, I'd love to know it. He can eat through doors. I'm dead. I did not mean to turn. And I got turned. Seriously, I take an attack and then I immediately push the button to go to the left, and it doesn't work. He still gets his attack off, and he still kills us. I literally can't even always attack fast enough to actually get through that. And the Mystic Defense is, like, not put up. You can't put it up in time. He pretty much can constantly keep it down. I have no words. I do not know how to fight this battle. The fact that your magic users are useless is a huge problem. Like, what are you supposed to do? They don't give you any of the magic user spells that you can use during times of battle like this. Like, none of them. Like, I need to get just really, really good at dancing, I guess. Like, really good. Sorry, I have to be really quiet here. I have to really focus on this. Like, really, really focus on this. I'm actually gonna save the game right here. Because this is going really, really well. Like, really, 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 really well. And it'd be really easy to throw it right now. Shit. Okay, I got by him. Okay, everything's fine. Except that everybody's missing. That's not fine. Got him. Finally, Dran has been defeated. Yeah, finally indeed. Holy crap. Suddenly your friend Kelvin appears, smiling and happy about it. Greetings, my victorious friends. You have defeated Dran! I did not know Dran was a dragon. He must have been over 300 years old. He's still smiling. His power is gone. But Darkmoon is still a source of great evil. And many of his minions remain. Now we must leave this place. He's still smiling. So my forces can destroy it once and for all. Follow me. And my kind of glitchy hand. Powerful mages stand ready for the final assault on Darkmoon. The temple's evil is very strong. It must not be allowed to survive. All mages, target it with your spells. The temple ceases to exist. Wow. Why didn't you guys do that before? If you have that powerful of magic. I don't know what that spell is. I know AD&D spells. I'll tell you, I don't know what that one is. My friends, our work is done. Thank you. You have earned my deepest respect. We will remember you always. That's Eye of the Beholder 2. This music's probably really loud, so you probably can't hear me very well. But, I'll get really close to the mic in case that helps. It's gotta be said... Actually, this might close. You might see my desktop here in a moment. We'll find out. Eye of the Beholder 1 closed when it was beaten, but, the big thing about Eye of the Beholder 2 here for me, I think this game is probably better than the first one. It's better made. It has, I don't know if I would say it has better puzzles. It has puzzles. It definitely has better music when it has music. I really like this theme. Eye of the Beholder 2, I don't know. It doesn't really stand very well without the first one. So, it's hard to make a comparison on them. Like, I think 2 had better dungeon design. Its enemies were, you know, appropriate to the level of the game. Special thanks to Xanathar the Beholder. Mike's cat Sparky, huh? I definitely did not like the final boss in this game as much as I enjoy the final boss of Eye of the Beholder 1. Eye of the Beholder 1's final boss, the Beholder, Xanathar, much better boss fight, because while you can, as I found out, I know I said at the end of Eye of the Beholder 1 you can't fight it without doing it the special way where you push it. That's not true. You can fight the Beholder in the end of the first game with physical attacks just like I fought Dran. And it works. You can fight him and kill him. The major thing is that they did give you another way to fight it. They gave you some other kind of the big bad dragon, two-faced clerics, Fran's right-hand man, the red herring trap cleric. Yeah, he's the red herring. He was not good. Yeah, we never found Amber. Shorn did not join our party for some reason. He was a nuisance. Kalandra we did find, Elaine we did find, and Sanral we found. Thing is that Dran, he's completely immune to magic, and they didn't give you anything else to fight him with. The only thing they gave you was that protection rod to use. So basically, all my mages could be doing was using that protection rod. That was it. And it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate to me that is the route they decided to take for the final boss. I do not like that. It'd be like, if you got to the final boss of any other RPG game, and all you could do against him was use basic attacks. He was immune to literally every element of magic damage. He would be immune to all of your special attacks, and immune to any items you could throw at him. And legitimately, all you can do is normal attack him. That's how I felt about that Dran fight. I don't like that. I feel like there's too much magic in AD&D for things to just become immune to everything. It's one of the things about AD&D I've never enjoyed. A lot of D&D in general. It's okay every now and then with like golems, but once you get to higher levels in D&D, basically everything starts to have magic resistance up the wazoo, to the point where your magic has like a 10% chance of even working. And I hate that, because it's kind of like it takes all the strategy out of D&D. It just becomes, can you deal enough damage to them before they deal enough damage to you? Especially since clericing in D&D is never powerful enough to keep your people up and about, especially in AD&D. In AD&D, the curing spells are like after battle usage. You don't really, like, you can use them during fights, but it's not going to do you a lot. You really are kind of stuck using your curing after battle to recover from what you dealt with. And I don't know. I'm complaining, but that is the only thing about this game I disliked, was the final encounter. Everything else, all the way through, was great. There were a couple puzzles that were a little convoluted, that expected you to hold on to items that seemed entirely useless, to the point where I really should have been understanding that anything that seemed useless I should have and keep. There were also a few consumable items that were extremely rare in the game that you were supposed to keep. The flame spheres. If you use the flame sphere, it casts fireball. Something that sounds like a great thing, because basically those are free fireballs, and since they fill up your inventory, you might be tempted to use them just to get those fireballs out and use them as the extra damage and get them out of your inventory. But then at the very end of the game, you need 3 of them, which if you don't ever create any, and you don't fall for the priests, and you don't fall into the same trap that priest fell into, you will literally only find 3. I might have missed a few, but that's all I found. So that's kind of a silly puzzle. I'm not a big fan of that one. Otherwise, the rest of the game, pretty good. And like I said, I know you can create the fire orbs, but they don't. I didn't see anything that hinted at how to create them. I just discovered that you put something into that niche, you get a fire orb back. I don't even know if it would have continued happening. I assume it would have, because otherwise how would you get more if you'd used them all? But who knows? Either way, these are the heroes of the realm. I expect that if I push any buttons on the keyboard at all, this game is going to close. So when we come back, a new Let's Play. I know what it's going to be. I know what the next one for the channel is. I know I said a while back I talked a lot in length about how I want to try to keep the channel going, at least getting through series that are complete. So the next game after this one might be a while before I start uploading it, unless you all comment that you don't care if I complete series, you would just rather that stuff goes up. If that's the case, then I might start uploading the new series as soon as I start it. And if it finishes, it finishes. I'm not sure. The thing is that I know I kind of want to play it, but it's something I've played before. I know I want to play it through again, but I don't actually know if I'll end up being able to commit to that. So I don't know if I'll actually get all the way through it. And I have a couple other ideas for games I could play instead. So I'm it's also a game that's kind of based on a role-playing a tabletop role playing. It's not Dungeons and Dragons, but it is based on tabletop role playing, and I'm not positive that I'll have enough stamina to play another one of these games, especially a really long one. It plays completely different from this. It's not a first-person dungeon crawler, so it shouldn't be hard for me to get into it and get through it. I'm hoping that since it's been so long since I've played it, it'll be really fresh and I won't remember the whole thing, even though I know all the major twists and everything. But anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. And when that game happens, it happens. And I'll see you all then. Have a good one.